What's good, YouTube? And today we have a little bit different style of video. I was just casually off camera, off recording, off stream, just playing ranked seasons. We were, I think, 683, so get the Division Series 700, get boosted up to Hall of Fame. Sounds like no problem. Until I played this game. So what you're about to watch is kind of me reacting to this game. I wasn't recording, thankfully. With a PS5 feature, you're able to record a full video, so I was able to get the footage without recording with my OBS and any or another software or anything like that. So thank you, PS5, for saving this. So I was able to get the video in its entirety. So I got nothing to worry about. It's all there. I'm going to walk you through kind of my thought process, my reactions, and all that good stuff. But if you guys like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Always going to be pumping out MLB The Show related content here on the channel. Make sure you are up to date by following Twitter and TikTok and even Instagram. We're going to start posting TikToks and short clips over on the Instagram as well. So if that's something you're interested in, go drop a follow over there. Now that we got all that out of the way, let's get into the reactions. Alright, so I do have my camera on this monitor, and I'm looking at my game monitor here, so the angle's going to be different. But we are at All-Star, and we're in a created stadium, excuse me. I just downloaded this off the vault. So as you can see, he was 31-18. We were 27-11. Alright, so he's fouling off. We have him in an 0-2 account. He's fouling off everything. Manoah isn't the greatest. Finally puts one in play after a little bit, and is fortunately gonna get a blue single kind of in here. So at this point, I'm like, oh, great, he's got speed on base, and we gotta figure out how we're gonna do this. We gotta keep an eye on him. We gotta Mitch Haniger up. We know Manoah doesn't have the greatest stuff, but he's been okay for me in the past. I mean, he's rocking a 4.37 ERA here, but I'm thinking, alright, nothing to worry about. He just got his leadoff guy on. We're just gonna keep an eye on him, make sure he's not bunting, stealing, none fancy like that. So he's finally unpaused. So we have a 1-0 count, and he just rips a moonshot on a low inside pitch. So I was not happy at all because we got that right on the black. Like, so here I try to get friendly quick karma, didn't get it. That was a beautiful executed pitch. Just got a better swing, unfortunately. So we're going to try to get the circle change low and away, and we get Rizzo to pop up for the second out. Or the first out, excuse me. And he's also R2ing here throughout this game. So, and he's going to sneak one through in Nelson Cruz. So that's another guy on base for him. And we're already down 2-0 with a guy on first. And we're facing Eddie Matthews here. This is not good for us at all. We're going to try to get this out of the zone, and he, again, pokes one through the right side. Not good. I am not happy, because that's way out of the zone. Not sure how he got his PCI there. We're getting a little nervous here, as we got another righty killer up to bat here, and that's another foul ball. I gotta focus on setting the double play up, and just like that, we are down 5-0, and have only recorded 1 out. Just like that. Go here and next batter grounds it to Mr. Linder. Finally getting the second out, and Vladdy makes a hell of a play for the third out, but we are down 5-0. Going through our first at-bats here. We're facing Jack Leiter, who I've not seen before yet this year. And first pitch all over that ball at the PCI, but extremely early. And because of that, that's going to be a routine fly. Now, Mr. Jazz Chisholm is coming up. And bang, rips one to the wall. Should be 2. And it will indeed be 2 for Mr. Jazz. Again, we're starting to feel good at the plate. We're getting 2 good swings back to back. And then we're doing stuff like that. hitting and chasing the ball like that, which we cannot be doing. We've got a guy out there in second. We gotta bring him home. Another foul ball on a very bad swing. Can't be swinging at those, and that's gonna be something to keep an eye on. As there, we take it. Finally getting through my head. All right, we were finally taking pitches. Look for something to drive. Another time that he's got me on that slider to chase it. Somehow foul that off, by the way. I don't know how, but we did. Another good slider for him that he's been working with because he knows we bite. Finally take one. We have a 2-2 count. Lindor's gonna chase another one. He's loved getting me to chase that slider, and it's been working for him. And then we strike out on the one looking, which was a beautiful pitch by him, don't get me wrong, but we have to protect there. Rizzo is way out in front of that circle change. Looks like it's coming to the zone. Dips last second. Rizzo is just a hair under that, and we're gonna fly out. Restraining Jazz, excuse me, at first. Still did not put up a run in that inning. So, we've got Liger leading off the inning, and we get him to ground out on a very good pitch by Manoah. And I believe that's Buxton just rips one. And my Buxton cannot corral that. I think because it was a ground rule double, they gave me that animation where he wasn't, nobody, no matter who you had, was gonna catch that. So, and again, throwing inside comes back to haunt us as he launches another one to go up 7-0 here in only the top of the second. We left that kind of over the middle. I'm thinking, like, dude, that's not where I wanted that. Alright, we're down a lot. This might be a spot where we just take our quit and move on to the next and bounce back. Rizzo here on a 1-1 count. Low and away pitch. Getting him to fly out to Trout. See, we're feeling a little bit more confident. We have 2 outs. But the question remains, are we able to get out of the inning? And more importantly, a scoreless inning? The answer is still yet to be seen, as Cruz again sneaks one through. Now we have Addy Matthews, who we've been working. There's my mistake. Throwing low and in again. And he made us pay, going up 9-0 here in the second. This was not the pitch where I wanted to go, and I knew it. I was just hoping he would slam his PCI or something. Here, we're just gonna get our bullpen going. We don't have enough starters with energy, so we had to go our bullpen early on. Not looking good. I knew I couldn't go to Randy because he was gonna pitch the next game. So we're just gonna get Kerry Wood and Michael King up. Hopefully Manoah can get through this inning. And the answer is no. Just like that, we are down 10-0. 1 run away from getting into Mercy Rule territory. Granted, it has to go 4 innings, but this is not good. I think we pull Manoah here, and we do. We go to Kerry Wood to get 1 out for us and hopefully get to the plate and start smacking baseballs. So we'll see if Kerry Wood can get the job done here against Corey Seager. Get him to chase that. So I don't know. I don't know if he throws. And here again, I'm not realizing it. Throwing low and in. And thankfully, he missed that pitch. Flying out to Rizzo in foul territory. I think I realized that was not the pitch to be throwing. He's already at 10 hits on 10 runs. This is not good for us. We go to the bottom of the second here with Mike Trout at the dish. Can't be chasing that slider. He's been getting us first kind of round of the lineup. That's a meatball. I'm frustrated. I know that. I slammed my PCI, and I'm living with myself for missing that meatball. Finally, we were able to take a strike. At this point, we're getting in our head. We're confident in our ability, but we're getting in our head. We're not taking pitches because we're doing stupid stuff like that and somehow fouling these off. So, Trout 1-2. Another foul ball. Probably a pitch I should have smoked, especially kind of sitting inside with the PCI. Probably should have been able to get to that. Now here, we rip one to the wall, and Trout will, I think, get to second here if I remember correct. Yeah, barely, but... So, we have a runner on. We've got Brian Reynolds up, who I'm confident in. And another very good swing. Basically the track. That one hurts because that was a very good swing, very good timing. Yeah, I might have been a tad bit under it, but not really. I mean, it's not center the best, but I felt like that ball should have gotten down. Nonetheless, we get the guy to third. It's all that matters. So Vlad's gonna look to cash him in here. I don't remember if I cashed him in or not. So again, I'm hurting myself by chasing these pitches in the dirt and just out in the zone in general. Realize it. We finally take a pitch. But it's gonna be the story here. Again, chased a pitch, but it was just below the zone where enough where I was able to crush it foul, so I wasn't too upset about that. Now that is like I'm over here like smacking my head on the desk like livid, and we just got underneath that with Vlad, but will be a sacrifice fly to finally get on the board. We still cannot let up. And we have to keep scoring with Mr. Mike Piazza, especially with them being the 8-bagger. We have to keep scoring. Another very good swing from Piazza, and it's just going to be a flyout. We got one on the board, but we know we're not going to be able to stop this guy for very long. And that's what we're going to see here, is me mistakenly keep throwing inside, and somehow it was working for a little bit. Trout will make the play. My fear here is that he's gonna keep realizing where I'm trying to go, and all he has to do is time it up, as we see in R2 there. That's gonna be something to keep an eye on also. Jack Leiter, even then, he's the pitcher. The way this guy was swinging the bat, she couldn't be an easy out. We couldn't be like, alright, it's the pitcher, easy out, nothing to worry about. We had something to worry about here with this guy because he was swinging the bat. Thankfully got a strikeout on a very nice low and away cutter on the black. Byron too, like nobody in his guy's lineup is a guy that's gonna easy out. Man was hitting the ball well. He's gotten some at-bats already where he's been slamming the PCI, he's been late on stuff. Like there, he was very late. So we were just trying to attack him away for right now and get him to chase stuff like we did right there. We found a little bit of success early on, but we'll come to find out that that wasn't the case the entire game as we get him to chase that to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the third. We're feeling good. Just got a scoreless inning out of Kerry Wood. I think we leave him in here because he got a scoreless inning. But I do believe we do go to the bullpen shortly after, if I remember correctly. So it's not like we were up against an easy opponent and we're just making so many mental mistakes. Like that pitch has to be crushed. I don't care if it's in line out, perfect line out. I just know in my head I have to crush that pitch no matter who's up to bat. And that's one that I missed that could have came and been crucial, unfortunately. And we missed it. Byron's gonna take one out there. I realized I gotta take pitches. We can't be going down 1, 2, 3 every inning. That, I believe I tried to check swing, and it just didn't register clearly. So, we're down 0-2 already, and he's gonna beat that out because we got what I like to call a little speed boost. So, another guy on, but kinda got bailed out, not gonna lie. Jazz, it was an S swing. It's gonna fly out to the track, we gotta retreat. There's some innings where we've had really good swings. There's others that we had really bad swings. It just, we weren't putting it all together, quite frankly. Lindor! I thought I got all of that. And boy was I wrong. So I think that's Haniger, kind of a little nice little pop up to Rizzo there. Again, I think it was Rizzo who rushed one to Trout. We're feeling good here, but it's Nelson Cruz. Cruz is better against lefties. No, because he takes us deep on a slurve that kind of hung. it got the break I wanted in the location I wanted. It just hung too much, and he was able to hit that out. Eddie Matthews just ripped one here, and Trout apparently wanted to go Superman. I did go for that dive, but I wanted the dive where it kind of, you lay out and then you kind of like glide, if you know what I'm talking about. And that's why people think it needs to be nerfed. Again, we're pitching inside to him, trying to mix it up, and that's what scared me is we were trying to attack away, we were trying to attack inside, but we couldn't keep attacking one part of the plate. Yes, he was hitting inside really, really well, but we couldn't just keep throwing away and have him catch on to that, too. So he grounds out with Haniger to end the inning there. So, another scoreless inning for us, but we know if we don't score here, we get mercied. So, that ball we should have swung at, and that ball should have been crushed. I'm not gonna lie. Rizzo, though, is in a 1-1 count here. Little lag there, or mini phrase I could say. Rizzo is one of my dudes. If you guys know I'm a Cubs fan, I think that's actually the Bryant picture you see back there. But Rizzo's gonna rip one foul just barely. 1.1 feet outside the pole, and as McGunsey says, warning shot. And I think we fouled that off, looks like, yeah. On one we were all over just early, so another one we have to crush. Nice take by Rizzo. We're in a full account. We have Trout on deck. Really could use a base runner, but I think, fly out. Yep, we fly out. Not good at bat by me. We gotta be better. We swung at ball 4. He's been getting us with that slider, and it's coming back to hurt us. And then we decided to take a pitch, and that's the kind of story of this game too. Is sometimes I'll take, sometimes I swing. Case in point. So we have to get it through our head to take every pitch that we know is a ball. Like, you can clearly see from a mile away it's going to be a ball. Like that. Could have been either or. He hung it. We crushed it. We know we're safe from the mercy for the time being, getting that run. So we have a little weight off our shoulders. But we still have to keep attacking, especially knowing we're still down by 9. And very well still can get mercied. That's just a dive. So, here we're starting to be a little bit more patient with Mr. Brian Reynolds. Another one in the dirt there. My drawer was being weird. So, Reynolds again, clearly a ball. We take it. I don't believe we had many walks in this game, if I remember correctly. So, that's just a dot on 3-2. Or on 3-1, excuse me. As it's now 3-2. And we swing again on ball 4. And somehow are able to foul that off, because the game apparently let us. Another meatball. Slammed the PCI, was extremely late. Thankfully they're able to foul that off somehow, some way. And we finally take ball 4. We have Vlad up, runner on. We can't leave him stranded. What do we do first pitch? Swing it way outside slider. Every time we've done that. That's another one that we kind of crushed. But it's going to be a fly out. We were really good timing there. Off the PCI, that's a ball we have to crush. Every time. It's just right over the plate. And we're off the end of the bag on it. Piazza's going to be chasing again. Pretty sure I tried to check there. And he kind of did. Piazza! Rips one and finally get a swing like that to go out. So now we're starting to tack on some runs a little more here. It's now 11-4. He's got to evaluate what he's doing. There's already 17 hits through 3 innings practically. So now here we're going to take out Mr. Kerry Wood and we go in Mr. Jock Peterson. We made this a bullpen game early on. And we're going to keep it a bullpen game, obviously. We weren't going to bring a starter in because of how beat they were. I didn't know guys in our inventory had stamina or not. So we just kind of had to go. That's another pitch we should have crushed. We crushed it all right. Just foul. He left that over the plate for us, and we were under it. We can't be missing that. Finally taking another one. It's 2-1 here. I'm not too worried. See, I'm kind of getting crazy on my PCI there. He's making really good pitches, but he's also making us look stupid. Another ball. So we have a full count here at 3-2. Byron Buxton on deck. Flipping the lineup over. And again, we are chasing ball 4. We've done that so many times already, it's ridiculous. Now looking back on this. Again, we did it again. Like, we should have been walked already. And yet, we're still having this AB. And we just ripped that foul. Things to notice, too, is circle changes hang no matter what you do. Every pitcher, and Jack finally got one. Going perfect. And that's why he's a bench bat. He left one that just a bit in the zone. We were able to get our PCI there, and we were gone. And Byron follows it up the next pitch, going yappo. This is where we were locking in. We weren't really sweating, because if we were sweating, you would know. Like, we would be taking pitches for sure. We were just locked in. More at-bats than others, like that Byron one, that Jack one. Even here, couldn't beat that out. So, good inning for us. We bring it back a little more. It's 11-6. Think we bring Michael King in here. Yeah, so we'll see what King can do. So there's the R2, and he was holding that for a while there, as you saw, until he was forced to let it go. I was scared that I would have had to die for that, and if I didn't, he was gonna not make the catch, but thankfully Mr. Brian Reynolds got there in time and didn't miss that ball. So we have Trey in a 0-1 count here. Michael King going to work on him. Tinker that kind of had some weird movement. We're gonna try this circle change. And you can definitely see there a little bit. Hong finally was able to have a sigh of relief for a little bit, knowing we're still right in this game. We have the pitcher spot up, and I believe this is where he does go with a pen here in the 5th. If I remember correctly, I don't remember who he went on the bench or who he brought in. We'll see next thing. So he brings in Jack of his own, that's right. I don't want to spoil anything, but I think I remember what happens here. So, I'm kind of worried, and we're trying to pitch around him, but not give him anything to hit, but we want to keep it close to the zone, maybe try and get him to chase, maybe catch the black on stuff, and we did just that. Thankfully for the shift, we go to the bottom half of the 5th, or an 11-6 game. We've got Lindor, Rizzo, and Trout feeling really good here. Lindor's a guy that can get on, Rizzo can hit bombs, Trout can hit bombs. So this is the part of the order where I felt real confident in as he brings in Adam Ottavino, who I did not see much of in my handful of games this year. That's a ball that should have been crushed. But we were taking pitches. That's all we could do. There you can kind of see he got the check swing animation, but got rolled anyway, so. And that's another thing too, is like, clearly it's a ball, we swing, next pitch, see it's a ball, and we go after it. We just got lucky on that check swing call on that cutter. 2-2, put that in play, and just not a good AB for me at all. Lindor's the guy that we have to get on base to set Rizzo up, especially with him being so good against lefties, and me having the ability to go lefty-lefty, pretty solid. I say in my ability, that's a pitch that needs to be crushed, because I'm looking at this. Again, we can't be chasing stuff like that. I like doing these types of videos because I can kind of evaluate my gameplay, and there, nice swing by Rizzo. Would have gotten 2 if he was faster, but I only had 21 speed. Knew we had to keep him. That sets up Trout. Only thing here is I'm thinking just don't hit it on the ground. Anything else I'm okay with. Just cannot end the inning on a double play. We have to keep it going. Another check swing, unfortunately. So, again, Avino gives us one to hit. PCI was there. Basically got jammed. Rizzo has to go back. Now I'm feeling very frustrated because that's a pitch that I was there with on the PCI, but was late. And Reynolds just got unlucky. Yeah, it's below the zone. Good PCI. Good swing. All around. Just unfortunate. Back to work on the mound for Michael King. We gotta try to get... Or actually, we tried to get as many innings as we could out of our relievers, so we didn't have to go deep into this pen. And at this point, I was like, there's no way that, actually, I think way before... I've already made up my mind as we get a strikeout there in Buxton. I already made up my mind, like, I'm not gonna be quitting this game out. I'm not taking my smart quit, even though it's probably gonna lose less points. Just not gonna do it. And then we were able to bring it back to where we are now, 11-6. So, a lot of work yet to be done. Another good, pitching AB for, King there. Still new. We had Rizzo. Rizzo's good, righty, lefty. It doesn't matter. Rizzo's just good all around. Yes, I might be biased for those that know. Here I was just kind of contemplate what on earth do I do? And I was also waiting for the R2, so we step off. Usually that will cause a freeze, so you want to be careful with that. I've had that happen to me a couple times where I've done that. And then obviously once I figured out that it was a freeze, I tried to avoid it as much as possible. Here, again, I'm waiting for the R2 because I know he was thinking about it. He didn't do it that time, so we just went ahead and pitched normally. That's just a die on the black. So when you see long pauses like that, it's probably me waiting for him to R2 or button dance or something like that. Maybe a pause. Anything toxic, really. Again, I'm like, alright, let's do it. Give it a few seconds. Make sure he still can't R2 me after that. Left one over the plate. And Brian Reynolds with that speed is the only reason he got to that ball. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Another scoreless inning. We have 20 combined hits at this point. But him leading in the hit column and in the run column. So, we had to be locked in for the rest of this game. That's the pitch I probably should have murdered because that's right over the plate. Over the middle, even. I don't know how I took that pitch. I'm glad I did. Somehow, some way. So, and we chopped one. That made me so frustrated. Not a good AB. Alright, 0-2 count, bottom of our order with Piazza. And we go down swinging on a ball. Clearly a ball. We go to Ryan Howard here. As we're gonna go back into our bullpen here. And Ryan Howard just says, see ya. Finally got one. And made him pay for mislocation. It is a 4-run game at this point. And to me, in my eyes, we are still very well in this game. Yeah, we might be losing in the hit department, but I felt like we were putting up good swings, just not good ABs. We're chasing way too much yet. That ball should have been a home run. That is a meatball. And I knew it. I was frustrated. Sometimes you lock in on at-bats here, and sometimes you don't. This one, or these couple at-bats, I was kind of easing off as I ground out with Byron Buxton on another pitch below the zone. We go to the 7th, only down by 4, feeling okay. We're getting to our sketchy bullpen guys where I don't have the most confidence in. So, I mean, Aurelio's got a good pitch mix, but his slider does that. Cruz bites us again for I think the 3rd time. So he goes up 12-7. That's just a swing where he probably just got rewarded on. We just didn't have luck going our way this game when we needed it. So here again, just kind of have to shrug that off. gotta keep pitching and whatnot. So Eddie Matthews is not an easy out by any means. So we were trying to pitch kind of around him. There, he didn't get the backhand, so I thought Lindor was able to get there, but Lindor just did not register that I was moving him over towards the ball, and that's what allowed that ball to get through. It's just one of those mechanic things that come back to bite you. Now here, that's back-to-back plays where that should have been a double play, and Lindor just waited for that ball to come at him. I think had he charged that ball and had some urgency, could have easily been a double play. And I really think it would have been a double play. That should have been a third out of the inning, but because it wasn't, it's the first. So now we got Trey. We're just trying to keep the ball on the ground and hopefully make the play to get out of the inning with a double play. Whether we go 3-2, 3-1, or whatever, you know. So he fouls that off, which I'm interested in knowing how he did. Because he was early. I don't know if his PCI was all the way there. We're waiting for him to R2. He's kind of slowly stopped doing that. But you'll notice that towards the back end of this game, he starts to do it more and more. So at this point, I wasn't sure if he was going to keep R2ing or not. This also makes him think what we're throwing as we get Trey to fly out to Trout there. For the second out, runners will not advance. It makes him think on what we're going to do. Are we really waiting for him to R2, or are we just trying to make him think on what we're going to throw? Here he goes to Eugenio Suarez, which I completely didn't know in-game. I completely disregarded that. I don't know if I was not looking at the screen or if I just completely ignored it. Probably could have been a little bit of both. I couldn't think of stuff like that. I just pitched how I was pitching. Live on the black, try to get him to chase, and that's kind of what I was trying to do. He started to not hit so well inside, so I was hoping that I could use that to my advantage, mix it in with some outside pitches. Probably wasn't the move. So we get Suarez to finally end the inning. It is 12-7. I'm getting nervous because we're getting into the back end of the game here. We're going to the bottom half of the seventh. Not feeling very good at all. He brings in Houston Street, where I had a lot of confidence in myself because I know some of his stuff hangs pretty heavily, and his windup's not that glitchy or anything like that. So I was feeling confident that Street was going to be one of those guys who's just going to get hit around. Jazz can hit for power. He has speed. Kind of just there to set up the other guys. I have my lineup structured a certain way. So Jazz was definitely one of those guys. I actually thought he was going to beat this out, but he was lucky enough to get a good animation. And just look at that swing, man. That's just awful. We can't be having stuff like that. And it was brutal. But we had fight left in us, and just we're throwing it away. That's another AB where we should have extended it and just didn't. PCI was good, but could have been better. It was not a pitch that was hittable, so it is what it is, man. I can't do anything about it now. It just, we weren't fixing our swings or anything, and we can't put everything together. You know, like, we'll get base runners, but we can't drive them home. We'll chase pitches, and then we'll take the next pitch, and we can't take two in a row. So I don't think this entire game I took two balls in a row. See? Yeah, see, he was getting us with that slagger all game long. And again, we put up a 0. Going into the top of the 8th. Now here, I'm like, yeah, there's no way I win this game. So we kept out Victor Areno. Here's that slider again that Cruz hit out. You swing and whiffed on that. So I'm gonna fast forward here a little bit. Oh. Very next pitch. Waiting for that R2. Next pitch. Nice little jam shot, getting the fly out to Trout. That brings up Mitch Haniger, waiting for the R2. Doesn't do it. We're gonna make him think. Well, there's the R2 for a split second. There's the slagger. Pokes one through. Oh, excuse me. Pokes one through. And that's kind of better kryptonite. Alright. That brings up Rizzo. We're on. Don't know what to do here. Luckily, we get bailed out on a double play. So I think... Nope. Did not get the double play, unfortunately. Brings up Cruz, who's 4 for 4 in this game, with I think 2 singles and 2 bombs, if I remember correctly. And we start him off with that slider again that he hit the first time. Thankfully got on the ground out. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. This is where things start to heat up. Trout's coming up. He's still bringing street. You can tell by my PCI movements that we're starting to lock in. And this is the good stuff, let me tell ya. We were focused. We were frustrated that we missed that pitch. Like, he was throwing so many meatballs, and we just couldn't take advantage of all of them. And then we were chasing pitches. And that's what it comes down to on these at-bats, is we weren't stringing good at-bats together. And because of that, it wasn't good performance. Trout, really good swing on a pitch that should not have been swung at. Reynolds got one off the bag. It was crucial. Like, oh, wait, that's fair. It happened to be. We take the double. Another runner out there to try to bring in when Mr. Vlad Guerrero. Vladdy pokes one through. We keep the runners there, especially because he hit the cutoff. Now I'm thinking, please, anything but a double play. Anything but a double play. Oh, that's a really good pitch. On that Vlad swing, by the way. Below the zone, shouldn't have swung at it, but... And so there, he apparently caught it, or he didn't catch it. It was on a hop. He caught it on the hop. So that allowed us to score and not get into a double play because he throw canceled. So here, my bench is kind of meant for lefties, but... Dawson is better against lefties, but he's balanced enough against both sides where I feel comfortable hitting him. So that's what we did. But there is 2 outs, and we're only down by 4. We were staying right with this guy within 4 or 5 runs. So it's not like he ran away with the game like he did in the first inning. Dawson would have gotten that to sneak through if dives weren't OP. Fix dives, please. And because of that, he gets a hit taken away from him in a crucial moment. We bring in Mr. Aaron Loop to face Matthews lefty as he has Ward and Seager due up following Matthews. So all 3 guys, we have the matchup. And I don't think he platooned at all this game, if I remember. But then he got a random pause like this for a couple seconds. So I'm like, alright, whatever. Didn't think nothing of it. And Vlad is too fat to get there. No offense, Vladdy. Actually, no, I think in game, when you're making your created player, and Rizzo bobbles it but recovers, when you make your created player or your ball player, I literally think there is a body type called fat with that build. So, I guess I'm not fat shaming if you think about it. But anyways, there's the R2. There it is again. And that messed up my entire pitch. So, that's what R2 will do. It'll throw off your rhythm. And Taylor Ward is just unstoppable. It don't matter if you have a lefty on the mound or a righty. Thought I had the advantage, but clearly not. There's the R2. So I'm just thinking, alright, let's just get through this game. Lindor is going to make the play for the second out. Not feeling very good, as we're down by 5 here. And it's not looking good. I'm thinking, just please do not give up another run. Let's go to the bottom half of the 9th, and let's just see what we can do. We can't let him score any more runs. But with Trey Turner up, with 2 outs, Trey is better against lefties. I know that for a fact because I had him on the team for a while until I took him out because I was hitting like 153 with him or something like that. So, Again, he's chasing pitches and somehow fouling them off. I can't complain because I was getting the same thing throughout the game. There, I really thought I could get him to chase. Maybe. Here's the circle change I'm scared to throw every time. Got him to chase it in the dirt. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Can we complete the comeback with the top of the order, starting with Byron Buxton? We are locked in. Should have taken that pitch, or swung at that pitch, but what do? We take it. So we are locked in. We are not letting anything distract us. We are locked in as we're ever gonna be. Yeah. Even with that little home run rally we had earlier in the game. So, it is what it is, you know. Foul that one off to a really good pitch. He's attacking very good. We have to protect here. And Byron gets one to sneak through somehow, someway, lunging at that. Now, I contemplated trying to steal here. I had an attempt to steal all game, so I didn't think he would expect it. That ball did not get far enough away from the catcher to advance, even with the 99 speed. I thought he would have been thrown out by a mile, so I kept him there. I wanted to steal, but I knew we couldn't be giving him free outs like that. And especially because Jazz just ripped one down the line, so we go second and third. See, now there, if we were able to get that successful stolen base, we would have scored Buxton there. Just wasn't the case. And, Lindor's gonna ground out, but we do score the run, so it's now 13-9 with one out, runner on third. Mr. Anthony Rizzo due up, and just perfect launched. I love Anthony Rizzo, man. I've always loved his card. I love him in real life. I love him in this game. The grind was painful, but for me, the card is worth it because I'm so good with him. We ground out with Mike Trout on a horrendous pitch to be swinging at. And I'm thinking, great. Not what we need right now. Brian Reynolds due up. And we do it again. He gets us on the cutter to end the game. We lose this one 13-11. We could not complete the comeback. I think what it came down to is the at-bats. Our swings were great. Our PCI placement wasn't off. We couldn't cash in when we needed to. We weren't swinging at the best of pitches. And because of that, we lost 13-11. There were some swings I definitely felt like we got screwed on that definitely, I think, played a part in this game. Had our luck had the luck on our way when we needed it to, we probably walked this game off. If not, we easily would have, probably maybe would have won this by 1 or 2 runs, but it is what it is. But if you guys like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I tried something new. Let me know if you guys like these kind of videos by dropping a comment down below. Not only will it help me know what your thoughts are on the video, you can ask me some questions. It also helps push this video out to some other people that might enjoy it. So do me a favor, drop any kind of comment. Check out the socials. Those links are always in the description, from TikTok to Twitch to Instagram to the merch store to the podcast. So all that good stuff is there. But like I said, I hope you guys liked it. Tried something out. Wasn't too sure how this was gonna play. There's a couple times where I trimmed up the video and I did it wrong, and I had overwritten the original file. So I had completely erased it. Thankfully, I wasn't doing anything on my PS5 where it was gonna kickstart a new recording and overwrite that entirely, so it was gone forever with no chance of getting it back. So I'm glad once I realized that, I just went in, saved this full video, and went through it, and I'm like, yes, it's still there. So if I wouldn't have done that, this video wouldn't have been posted. So yeah, if you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up. Can't say that enough. But More videos coming at ya. I will catch you next time. Peace.